Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Panaloid's Comic Book live stream. We're a little late, a couple minutes, but nothing too crazy. I apologize. It was my fault. I was taught how to do this and completely forgot how to do this. Totally thought I had it. But welcome to Panaloid's Comic Book live stream, the best place for your fix of comic book related news, rumors, leaks, reviews, and creator interviews. I'm your host, Pierre, and instead of fighting the good fight solo, subbing in for my co-hosts, we have our good friends Isaiah, aka Comic Talk, in the chat, and Jose, aka Greek Mythos himself. How you doing? So before we get started, why don't you tell our viewers where to follow you and what your content's about? We'll go with Comic Talk first, or Jose.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, go Comic Talk. Let's do
it. Just follow me on TikTok, Instagram at talk.comic, and I have a YouTube channel, Comic Talk. So if you into nerdy stuff, into nerdy movies, that's where I talk about nerdy stuff and nerdy movies. Comic Talk or talk.comic at TikTok and Instagram.
Sweet.
Awesome,
My name is Jose, and I'm from Geek Mythos. We are actually on YouTube and TikTok, and a little bit on Instagram. Haven't done really posted anything there, but mostly on TikTok and YouTube.
There you go. Awesome. I'm glad you're both here. Glad you were patient, even though it wasn't too late, but we're here. We made it. We made it together, guys. We're here. Kyle is helping us in the background. He might be here. We don't know. But into my favorite segment, the nerdy news. Guys, someone tweeted, James Gunn, please wink if you have plans for Deathstroke. I'm waiting for my boy to shine for so long, and then he winked. He gave us a little wink. What do we think? Who is going to be our Deathstroke, and where's he coming?
I don't know who's going to be our Deathstroke, but I am excited for Deathstroke ever since I played Batman Arkham Origins. I really want to see that fight scene in that cinematic trailer of like Batman versus Deathstroke. I want to see that exact fight scene in the DCU. So hopefully we get somebody with some good fight choreography behind them. And I'm just excited to see Deathstroke in the DCU or just on this big screen.
I don't know if I want to see him as like in a Batman movie. I would like to see him first in a Suicide Squad movie. And then him being introduced at the end, or him finding out about Batman at the end of the movie. I think bringing that all together would be nice. Or possibly because James Gunn is looking for Deathstroke, now that I think about it, maybe Peacemaker.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think they struck gold with Peacemaker. So, and that show's definitely. I think season 2 is coming out eventually here. So that's not a bad move right there. I like that. I like that idea. So who knows? That wink might. I think we're gonna get Deathstroke eventually. It's inevitable. The fans want it. I just where and when it's up to James Gunn, I guess, right? So moving on, still keeping it DC related, John Henry Irons Steel makes his appearance in My Adventures with Superman. Have you guys been following with season 2?
Yes, I just finished it.
Wow.
I've only finished season 1. I haven't even started season 2. I didn't even finish season 3 of Superman and Lois.
So let me ask you first, Jose. So you didn't start it because you didn't want to start it? You didn't like season 1, or just
no. I freaking enjoyed it. I thought the take on Jimmy Olsen from the comics to now is very relatable in a way of like how smart, nerdy, comical he is. I love that. Lois, of course, is written so well. I think very similar to Superman and Lois. Which I love that DC never misses with Lois. Other characters, that are news reporters in different movies, I think, like Iris West, I think they lacked a little bit on her being a news reporter to being Team Flash all the time wasn't a great move, but I loved it. I loved I do love what's it called? Superman animated series?
Yeah, super.
Yes, Superman the animated series.
My adventures. Oh, wait,
Oh,
you're
My
talking.
Adventures.
Which one are you talking about?
The
You're talking about the new
one,
right?
The new one, yes.
Yeah, my adventures with
My
Superman.
Adventure.
Oh, okay, yeah. But the other one was called Superman the animated series. That's why I was like, oh.
Superman the animated series, yes.
Yeah, the original. Yeah. I like the direction they're going. I haven't watched season 2 at all. So I'm with you. I am with you, but it's because there's so much like other things that I've been trying to like keep up with, and I get limited time. I have a full-time job. It's not like I can just be on here and have fun, you know. I do have to watch it. Or yes, I have to get time to watch it rather. So Juan, how have you liked it? You're the only one that actually got a chance to give it a chance.
Oh, me. Oh, I did enjoy it. I finished season 1 2 days ago, and then I did half of season 1 and then half of the other half, and then watched season 2 yesterday. So it's like kind of all like blended together a little bit, but the story flows amazing. I really do like this version of Superman. It kind of reminds me of the Batman 2004 a little bit with the character designs, like how the Batman 2004 show, the character designs of, the villains, Batman, like they're very much, noted with that show. And then with Superman, My Adventures with Superman, the character designs for that show is very, notable for, My Adventures with Superman. So I really did enjoy it. I like how Superman is actually hopeful. Jack Quaid voicing Superman is amazing. And then John Henry Irons, I really loved that relationship they had in season 2 with. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more of Henry Irons in season 2.
Yes,
we got Phantom in the chat asking, "Do you mean the Batman series?"
He called him Juan.
Oh my god, I called you on. Oh my god, that's because I was reading the comments on the side. My bad.
No, you're good. No, I do mean that's just the character designs of the Batman 2004 series, because it's just the character designs are just very unique to that show, where Superman and My Adventures Superman has the same kind of vibe of the very specific character designs.
Gotcha. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm excited. I gotta get a chance to watch it. We were actually talking about Steel last episode and who we feel like would be a good fit for that, and like an actual real
live action
DC. Yeah, live action. I forgot the guy from Black Panther, M'Baku.
M'Baku, yeah.
Yeah.
Washington, what's his name? Winston.
I forgot his name.
I forgot it. Yeah, but I know who you're talking about.
Like
yeah,
the big dude. Like I feel like he'd be such a great like Steel. You know.
Did you ever hear the podcast when he was? He did a podcast as Batman. You ever hear his Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, people were he was saying how he would want to be Batman. That's what they were talking about, and I was like, I don't not like it, but I feel like he would be a great Steel. Like so, but. Whatever they do, that's on them, right? They decide. We don't really have a decision. We don't get paid the big bucks. Kevin Hart will be the next Steel. All right, that's a small Steel, but different take on Steel, right? Like a pocket-sized Steel.
Pocket-sized Steel,
and that's the Atom.
I like it. Yeah, the Atom. Kevin Hart should be in something. I think it'd be funny to put him into like a role in the MCU. So everyone in the chat, who would you see Kevin Hart as in either the MCU or the DCU? So let's get that going, because that'd be funny fan cast actually. We got Phantom already saying no. That's hilarious. So moving on, still keeping it DC though. DC's Watchmen animated film will air 8/13/2024. So that's like 2 months away. DC does animated very well. I gotta say, like they do. Other than, I don't know how I feel about the latest DC animated, which is the
Tomorrowverse.
with the yeah, it was like I don't know. I don't know how I felt. Like I kind of liked it, but it also felt like it was all over the place.
Did
Like,
you see the two movies that they did for Crisis?
I saw part 1. I didn't see part 2.
Okay.
Part 1 felt scattered. Like they didn't like someone
Ooh,
with
buddy.
ADHD went in there and just had no idea. They were just like, yeah, like this
Second
is all
one
of it.
is about the same. Second one is about the same. Yeah. There's just too many guys, too many stories going all at once, and it's like it's hard to keep up of like who's important, what are they gonna do, why are they being mischievous? Jesus. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I don't know. So, but either way, I'm very hopeful because DC normally, other than this one, is very good with their animated shows and movies. So I'm
agree.
excited to see what they do with Watchmen. I have to actually rewatch the Watchmen movie because I think I fell asleep through it. I have this thing; it's a sleep test. It's terrible. So I used to like smoke a lot, like when I was younger, and I think I smoked before the movie and then fell asleep through the whole movie.
Okay.
Woke up at the very end, and I was like, "What just happened?" Like I had no idea. I think I missed the whole thing. So I have to go back and rewatch that. I also don't know, and this is going to be a hot take. I don't know how I feel about Zack Snyder at all, personally. At all. Like
Really?
I don't know how I feel about a lot of the movies that he directs. One of my favorite movies that he's done is Sucker Punch. And if
Yeah,
you've
that was
seen
good.
that was great. After that, I don't really know if I've had any movies that I'm like, it's all kind of the same thing, like the same like copy paste design that he does for his shows and movies. Hopefully we didn't lose.
No,
No, I'm still here.
he keeps
Oh,
dropping, but I think he'll
okay.
be back. Yeah.
We have a little cat there, so that's good.
Wait, so what do you think of Zack Snyder's Justice League cut? The Snyder cut.
Juan, I gotta agree with you there. Crisis should have been 4 parts. I think they probably rushed it and they should have made it into like a show or something. Like
You're talking
That
about
would
the
have been
movie?
interesting.
yeah, the movie,
It's getting a third one.
two-parter. Yeah, but even the 2 parts have been too crazy, so I can't
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
the third one's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
But yeah. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, the Watchmen. What were we talking about? Watchmen?
No, what'd you think of the Snyder cut? And we'll go back to the Watchmen.
Oh, no, Snyder cut. It's just too long. It was too long. It was cooler. But it was too long. It was too long of a movie.
I thought it was too short.
Okay.
Snyder cut?
I think it was just right.
I don't know. Maybe okay. The only thing I gotta say is that I watched the original. So watching it a second time, it was just like going through the same things. I was like, all right.
I see what you mean.
So maybe that's how I'm taking it. You know what I mean? So I will say that. Comic Talk, you go. You defend yourself
now. For me, I just been waiting for like a good Justice League movie since I was like 5 years old. I wanted always to see the live action Justice League in on the big screen or just live action movie, and I think I just forgot about the problems of the movie because I just wanted it so bad. So I understand if some people don't like it. I totally get it. There is problems with the movie, but I think watching it, I'm just like, I'm forgetting all the problems. This is just a nostalgia thing for me. I just wanted to see it since I was 5 years old. So I just forgot about all the problems in the movie and just focus on like what I really enjoyed about it. So I understand why some people don't like it though.
And Jose just felt it was right.
I think it felt right. I felt like I was watching the Justice League animated series in a live action format. A little darker at the end when they revive spoilers, when they revived Superman. But then it was also like in the 2017 movie, you don't see what he does, or how he gets back to the Justice League. In this one, you kind of like, okay, he's back at the ship. He's looking at those taking a look at all the suits. Looks at the black one, puts it on, go meets Alfred. It's like the whole buildup of like the climax. It was just mwah. And then the fight scenes. I mean, Zack Snyder, I think, loves love. I think loves comics so much that he is really good at presenting a single shot beautifully. And you see that throughout a lot of his movies. I just feel like maybe there are some times where it's just prolonging too much the scene, where I'm like, okay, you could cut it here. We don't need that. And that happened a lot with the Flash too. In the movie, The Flash, there was a lot of
I didn't
scenes
think it
where
was
I'm
that
just
bad.
like, no, it wasn't bad, but I'm like, can we cut this scene? It's going on too
Yeah.
much. It was kind of like watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with the jokes. All right, let's cut that, please.
Okay, so did you watch Madam Web? Either one of you?
Yeah,
I did.
I
I
did.
did.
I had
watch
to.
it.
I had to. It's like I don't want to, but I have to, right? It's like,
Yeah.
how do you not?
Yeah.
So Madam Web or The Flash?
The
Which
Flash.
one are you going with?
The Flash.
The Flash.
All
Michael
day.
Keaton, Batman.
All
All
day.
day. Yeah. Michael Keaton.
And
Supergirl
people
was
hated
great.
it just as much as they hated Madam Web. And I feel like it's not even on the same level at all. Like, it was actually a very enjoyable movie. Like, Madam Web, not one point was it like I was like, wow, like I was not invested at all in the fact that they didn't give us any superheroes at all, like until like it was like 1 minute of Spider Women, and that was it.
But it's not even that. It's also like, can we see how they get the powers? Oh, immediately at the cutscene. Oh, they're just dressed up again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she has the big, ugly glasses, which I'm sorry, but they're ugly. They were just too big.
No.
No.
They had potential. They threw it away. So we got Phantom in the chat. Sweeney should not be Black Cat. I agree. I think she's overhyped. I don't. She's not like great at any. Like I don't know. Okay, fine. Everyone thinks she's hot. No problem. But like, I didn't feel like she was great in Madam Web. Like I wasn't like compelled by her Spider Woman. Like it didn't do anything for me. She was like a background character. I don't know.
Yeah.
Black Cat needs to be more if they're gonna do Black Cat at all. But we were talking about Zack Snyder, and that's actually still the subject for the next thing. 300 prequel. The series is being worked on at WB with Zack Snyder. Okay, so back to me talking shit about Zack Snyder. This I'm okay with. This makes sense. This is in his wheelhouse. This is like his bread and butter. Like, let him serve me up a 300 prequel series any day. I'll take a prequel, like everything. Like, just give me more 300. Like, this is amazing. So, I will say that that's cool. Phantom, I'm not sure if you're saying is it necessary for a 300 prequel or a Black Cat? Because I kind of feel the same on both. Oh, no, he's talking about 300. Didn't like the sequel. I don't think
It
I
was
see
a
this called a
sequel
sequel.
to the 300?
Yeah, there was a sequel.
I know the parody movie, but I didn't know that.
There's a parody.
Sequel.
There is a parody.
Does Zack Snyder direct the sequel?
Yeah, I'd like to know if he directed the sequel, then we have to really consider whether this prequel is required. Then maybe I take it all back. But I'm thinking about the original, which I saw like Phantom is just dropping bombs in the chat. Yes, he directed the second one. Well, I never saw it. I saw the first one.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about it until now.
Rise of an Empire.
Every ounce of credit that I was about to give Zack Snyder, Phantom, you took away.
No, he did not direct a sequel. It was Noah Murrow.
Oh, good thing.
But he did the screenplay. So Zack Snyder did the screenplay, yeah.
But Zack Snyder is not good at like I think cinematography wise, Zack Snyder is it. He's great at cinematography, but like story wise, that's where I think we need to get somebody else to write it and then have Zack Snyder like just do the cinematography for it. I think that would be epic. If we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, that's a little disappointing, but I'm okay with it. I think I wouldn't not take it, but I don't know if it might take me a while to watch it. I gotta still catch up on other shows. I might not put it at the top of my list, but I gotta watch it. I just watched Godzilla -1 today, so we'll talk about that later.
Where is it at?
It's on Netflix now. Yeah, they finally released it. Yeah, go give that a watch.
Nice, I will.
Next up, Daphne Keane said in an interview, "It's sad. I love Hugh, and creatively, I love Ryan and Sean. Ryan is a legend. It would have been amazing to be a part of it, but I will just go to watch it as a fan." Daphne Keane, if you don't know who that name is, that's X-23 from Logan. Apparently, she has been quoted saying in an interview that she won't be in this movie. Do I think it's a lie? Do we think it's a lie?
Andrew Garfield and Tom Maguire said they were not going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mic drop. That's it. That's all we got to say. I mean,
Andrew Garfield specifically said, "I am not going to be in No Way Home. I'm not going to be in it." And lo and behold, he was in it. He was a main character in the movie. So right now,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I think she's in it. I think it's with. So I was actually saying this to my fiance, and she thought it was stupid, but I think it makes sense. Like just with the Disney owning all these different aspects. So Daphne Keane was just cast in the new Star Wars show. Like she's a main character in that. She's in the Acolyte. She's one of the Padawans. So when you go to see that, she's actually she's in it. You go watch that. She's in the second episode already. She's full face makeup, white, and has like yellow on and like little horns. You wouldn't recognize her necessarily, but the fact that she's in that as a main character makes me feel like, again, Marvel owns it, or not Marvel, but Disney owns both entities. What are the chances? Oh, hey, you're in this Deadpool movie. You're going to be hot this summer. Let's also cast you in this Star Wars show. It just makes sense. The studios are probably either in the same studios or across the street from each other. Like, so that's what makes me think that she is in Deadpool. Maybe not necessarily for a big role, but big enough to be cast for like a Star Wars role. That's I don't know. I'm just thinking like not necessarily on a movie. I guess on just a normal working aspect. Like how people get cast normally. They get hot. Like the Sweeney, whatever her name is. She's hot this summer, so she's being cast in like everything. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Keeping it Deadpool Wolverine bucket is finally dropped. We're talking about the popcorn bucket. Yeah, it made the news. Thoughts, guys? What do we think? How do we feel? Jose, let's go with your thoughts first.
Oh, it's gonna be very dirty on TikTok for a little bit when that movie drops. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think it's gonna be all over TikTok, like the Dune bucket. Like everybody was, getting the Dune bucket, for obvious reasons. And I think Ryan Reynolds, I remember like in an interview he was talking about it, and yeah, so I kind of envisioned what this was gonna be, and I know there are gonna be some weird videos on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts on this popcorn bucket. I know it. I have a feeling.
Phantom, two things in the chat. He said he's glad he doesn't work the movie theaters anymore, which me too. I'm glad for you. It's gonna be a weird summer with all these popcorn buckets coming out. And Jennifer Gardner also said she wasn't in it, which she was rumored to be Elektra in this movie, coming back along with the
Ben Affleck?
original Ben Affleck. Yes,
Ben Affleck, Daredevil.
So
That'd be kind of
yeah,
a
so
awkward, but yeah.
yeah, that might happen, but we'll see. We'll see if that again. That might be a stretch, but I don't see why not. Like, he's going
Yeah.
to all these different universes, and he's specifically going to the Fox universe, so that makes sense. It would fit in that. But keeping it popcorn bucket, there was another bucket that was supposedly coming out too. It hasn't been released yet, so I'm excited to see what that is. So obviously, it's probably going to be a Deadpool related one because we got a Wolverine one already. So, but that'll come out probably during the movie. So,
I'm thinking of cameos because he's going to be crossing the multiverse, and they were just in a Marvel movie. But why not have either Toby or Andrew?
they could.
I mean,
They could
Secret
easily.
Wars is coming out, Just keep them,
Yeah.
there. I
They
don't
could
know.
easily run through that. Why not? Why not just keep them hot, right? I
Yeah.
like the idea of it.
Yeah.
So Phantom's seen some pictures of Deadpool. So he's seen pictures of the popcorn bucket. All right. Well, we'll get excited. Not too excited though.
I feel like it's gonna be in conjunction with the Wolverine popcorn bucket. I think it's gonna, be very
Same type of mold.
No, I think it's gonna be a different mold.
Oh, okay.
If you catch what I'm, yeah, I think it's gonna be a different kind of mold.
All right.
Knowing Deadpool, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Keeping it MCU, Captain America: Brave New World was supposed to be released in summer 2024, but is now delayed to February 2025. However, the marketing deal with McDonald's could not be altered, and the Happy Meal toys are now out. So you can get your hands on some Captain America: Brave New World Happy Meal toys, if you wanted to. But more importantly, Giancarlo Esposito, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, has been seen on the set of Brave New World, looking like he may be playing Bushman, unless someone else in the chat has a better idea of what he might be playing. A reoccurring villain in the Moon Knight or Renegold 14, right-hand man of Thunderbolt Ross, who I believe in the comics turned into some sort of Hulk potentially, or
he turned into Red Hulk.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think? What do you think they're doing? They can't just like give him a throwaway character. He's got to be something big, right?
See, they did testing. I just read that they did testing for that movie with the audience, and it didn't go so well. So that is why they're pushing it. And Juan Carlos Esposito also talked about probably playing a very mutant or omega level type of character in the future. Now that was just because he was probably making jokes here and there, but I could see him just wearing that for a show, just for like a little picture. But I don't know. I could see him being more than just Bushman.
I don't even know who Bushman is. I don't really read Marvel too much. I'm more like the bigger characters I read, but like I'm not really too familiar with like the smaller characters. But if Esposito is gonna be in the movie, I'm gonna watch it. Anything that he's in, I'm there. He's one of those actors where if he's in something, I'm watching it.
Yeah, he does a great job at being the villain. So, and I'm glad he got that. But I did want to see him as Professor X. I think that would have been probably the best cast But hey, I think any role that he gets, he's gonna nail, and he does villains very, very well. So give it to him. Let's see it. Let's get it. Jose, you look like you were thinking something.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? In what's it called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. I know I got that title wrong, but it was all about, equality and stuff like that at the end with his monologue speech. I mean, to say that he might not be, Professor X, and then talking about what about our people going, how are they going to be perceived? Having that talk again in that discussion. I mean, I'm just saying, especially with Thunderbolt Ross. And didn't we just see X-Men and what they did? Oh, by the way, X-Men was beautiful. I don't know. That was just 10 out of 10. Great series.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find. I mean, you're gonna find some people on the internet. Oh, it was woke. Oh, it wasn't what it should be.
They didn't read the comics then. They didn't read the comics.
X-Men is your woke series. That is 100% how they are all the time. There's no not woke X-Men. That's what the series was created on. But yeah, it was great. It was incredible. I'm so happy about that. I might just go watch it again. Who knows? But yeah, no, I like where you're going with that, Jose. I mean, maybe they're just kind of throwing a little red herring out there, making us think like, oh yeah, he's playing some other character with like knives on him, and in reality, maybe he's actually much, much more than that, and maybe this is just the beginning of a Professor X type character or something else. Who knows? So we'll see. We're moving on to collection acquisition. I'd like to start with you guys. I have a few things that I did get this week. I don't know if you guys picked up anything comic book related, whatever it is. Sometimes I show off my puppy. I'm like, oh, listen, I got a puppy. What did you guys get this week? Anything fun? Whoever wants to go first.
Well, a little plug in here, since I'll go first. I'm actually working on a video that will talk about Daredevil's depression. So I didn't technically pick up a comic. It's more of a graphic novel. I picked up Mark Waid's run of Daredevil. So I'm rereading all of that, and that is so far going very well. I love it. Series is good. You get to understand, Matt Murdock's thoughts throughout, what he believes is right and wrong. He has a fight between Captain America and just like not winning, but dodging every move he can block and defend and dodge from Captain America, but also kind of calming him down, teaming up with, which is funny, Spider-Man and Black Cat at one moment. But again, I'm loving Mark Waid's run. So, and I also picked up Devil's Reign. I don't know if you, yeah,
nice.
I need to finish that too. So those are
you went all Daredevil, and I see you're wearing your Daredevil shirt.
I had to because of Jeremiah.
That's a cool shirt too. I'm sure if Jeremiah's watching, he'd be jealous because that's a cool shirt. I do got to say,
it was really good. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Jeremiah's going to be excited. I'm sure he'll follow what you have to publish about Daredevil. So anything Daredevil is definitely up his alley. Comic Talk, you got anything?
I just got home like a few days ago. I've been Vegas, family stuff, so I unfortunately did not get anything this week, but next week I'm just waiting for Deviant issue 6 next month. That's the thing I'm most excited for. Horror comic book by James Tynion. Anything James Tynion is doing right now, I'm just reading. So I've just been catching up on shows, catching up on different James Tynion stuff. I need to catch up on World Tree as well. So, but this week, unfortunately, nothing. But next week, it's going to be a big haul.
Nice. So it took me a little bit to get to Kyle's house. I had just been busy with other things. So I finally went to his house and I picked up things that have just been sitting at his house. So he's been, he's a great friend, holds on to my stuff for me. He got me this he picked up for me. It's hard to see because of the glare, but it's Kill Your Darlings. It's a black and white cover signed by everybody, every single person. Segment's right there. You can see him. You can see everyone else. It's hard to see because it's black and white, but yeah, pick that up, and I'm just glad to have it. That's just gonna be in my collection forever. I was very happy to be able to interview them. That book's up for an Eisner now, so if you haven't read Kill Your Darlings, go read it. They did such a great job with that book. Such a great job. I also got 2 9/8 back. I got this. Got my 9/8 Hush cover.
Ooh.
Wow.
Signed by Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb. Forgot who it was because it was a while. But yeah, got that. And then I got this back, my 9/8 Amazing Spider-Man 654. So, and I believe, is this signed too? Yeah, signed by Dan Slott. So this is first appearance, if you don't know, by Agent Venom. So
Agent Venom. Oh,
nice.
Yeah. So
I'm jealous.
Hoping Hush is one of my favorite DC characters. So that book again might be something I just keep for a while.
That was great.
But
Yeah, that was a great series.
Agent Venom, also a cool character. I'm hoping that book eventually becomes worth something because I think they're gonna go that route eventually. Like, they're kind of setting it up with the MCU. They made Flash Thompson blonde. So although it's a weird cast, they did make him blonde.
Yeah.
So
I mean, everybody has a glow up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
here's hoping.
Yep.
True.
Definitely hope.
Well,
we'll see where it goes.
Since we're talking about comics, and a little fun fact, so Superman number 1 is actually going to be sold in an auction for the first time in the UK. Now, the condition I don't know, but it's going to be this month, by the way. So
it's a UK edition?
No. It's a US, but it's in the UK, so it's going to be a UK auction.
Gotcha.
So I wonder how much that's going to be sold for.
Yeah. Who's been?
That's gonna be a pretty penny. That's gonna be a pretty penny. Whoever buys that.
Woo. Yeah. Definitely a little too rich for my blood.
Oh yeah.
We're going millions on that one. Definitely, depending on condition, right?
Condition, yeah. Last one I think was sold for 10.4 or 8.4. It's one of the 0.4s, but yeah.
That is wild to me to pay for a comic book, but it just, I mean, it's crazy. People were paying stupid prices for NFTs at one point, so why not for something actually physical, right? We're moving on to Read It, Watch It, Play It. It's a segment where we talk about the things we watched, read, or played this week. A couple things on the list. We got Star Wars Acolytes episode 1 and 2. Anyone watching in that at all?
I just watched episode 1 right before this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm on episode 1. I fell asleep through episode 2 by accident.
This guy.
Oh my God.
All right. So I drank a margarita earlier, and then I knocked out. All right, I knocked out. This is after my Godzilla -1 for the record. But Comic Talk, get us into Acolytes number 1. How did you feel about it? Without spoiling it, how did you feel?
I thought it was amazing. I really thought this is like one of my favorite Star Wars things since like Mandalorian. This was amazing. The fight choreography in the show was amazing. Having the guy from Squid Games, I forget his name, but he did an amazing job as well. And then, like you said, the girl from Logan who played X-24, right? Yeah, X-24. She was in it as well. X-23, yeah. And she did an amazing job as well. Just overall, just amazing. I just can't wait to see more of the lightsaber fight scenes in this because I think they're doing a good job with like the fight choreography in this show so far. No spoilers.
Yeah, the director said he wanted to focus more so on that and take it a little different direction with it, which they definitely are. I think they're focusing a lot more on the fights, and it's very good. It's very, very good. It's getting a lot of hate online, and I want everyone to understand that hate isn't real. Like, it's definitely getting review bombed by like crazy people because the show is great. Like, it's really good. So I don't understand the hate at all. Like, doesn't deserve it. It's very good.
It's from a
So
galaxy far, far away. Or we're talking about aliens and the Force. That something is, made up. I mean, nobody yet has used the Force in real life, but I mean, come on, man, it's crazy.
no, it's good. So check it out if you're into it. Have you guys watched anything this week other than that? Maybe read something or played something?
I just started. I just played like maybe like 10-15 minutes of Multiverses finally. Free on all consoles. So that was really
Oh, it's
fun.
free?
Yeah, it's
Mhm,
I
free.
didn't know it was free. I might
mhm.
try this game out. I've been seeing ads everywhere for this. So how's the game?
So far it's pretty fun. Kind of like if you like Super Smash Bros, I think you'll really like this game. It has, a lot of, WB property characters, Shaggy, Batman. Uh I think they had like Jason Voorhees in there, just a smatter of other WB characters. So if you like WB characters, if you like Super Smash Bros, I think you really like uh Multiverses. And plus it's free. It's only like 12 gigabytes, so it took me like 20 minutes to download, so it's worth a try.
All right. Well, might have to check that out. I've been too busy playing Fortnite and Fallout. That's all I've been on. But
I can't stand Fortnite right now with these armored cars, and now
yeah.
they brought the boogie bombs back, and it's like I just can't do it right now. I'm rage. Rage has taken control of me when
Yeah.
I play that game. Right? No, I can't. I got back into it, but then this season was just not good. I got into Ghost of Tsushima, and I
Ooh.
love it. Oh my god, the scenery, the shots, the what's it called? The writing is done so well, but that game is just so beautiful. I haven't barely even scratched the surface with the story yet. So
Yeah,
oh,
no, I actually watched my fiance play that game. That game is spectacular. Like, even just enjoying it on the back seat, it's a beautiful, beautiful game. So enjoy it, my man. We have Phantom in the chat asking, or I guess he's saying he picked up Hellboy Web of Word, but hasn't played it yet. I didn't even know Hellboy had a game. So that's interesting. So got to find that out.
Hellboy has
And
a game.
then, yeah, so I guess Phantom's going to tell us more about it. But did you check out Rise of Ronin? I actually saw it.
Yeah, I saw gameplay too, and I was like, "What are those graphics?" It
Yeah,
reminded me a little
yeah,
bit of like the Avengers.
yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Oof.
It's hard for me to pick up Rise of Ronin when someone already did it great. Like,
Mm-hmm,
I don't
mm-hmm.
need that again. Like, I gotta, when you do perfect, you can't do it again and give me a lackluster version of that. That's how I feel, and that might get some hate, but that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You already got perfect. I'm sorry. So, um, but Hellboy Web of Word, yeah, I guess he said, yeah, it looks good. I don't know, never heard of it. So, the other thing that I watched this week was Godzilla minus one. I just watched it literally today, and it was great. It was really, really good. Like, it had me on the edge of my seat. At the beginning, it like hits you because it just felt like an intimidating Godzilla. Like, it didn't feel like the new updated ones that we've gotten recently. They were great movies. I didn't really watch the last two where like him and King Kong teamed up. against Mechagodzilla. I didn't really watch that necessarily.
I didn't see that one either.
I watched bits and pieces. I'll rewatch it. But this latest one, I had no interest in. It looked like a Fortnite game, like the trailer, because it just was like it was Godzilla running with King Kong, and King Kong had like a gauntlet on, like, and Godzilla was like pink, and they were like charged up together. I'm like, what is going on? So from people that have watched it, apparently there's no words in the whole movie. It's just them communicating through whatever grunts and roars, and then they have like a girl that's signing the whole movie. So,
Batman
they
can relate.
said that they said they enjoyed it. They did say they enjoyed the movie. It was fun to watch.
It's a good movie.
This
it's a fun
one,
movie.
this one felt more like the classic. Like it felt like the classic just renewed to modern time, but still keeping it in. So they kept it set in World War I or World War II. I forgot which year it was. So I'm not sure I think it was World War II. But yeah, they kept it. Yeah. So they kept it set in there. They show basically the beginnings of Godzilla when he was first seen by like troops, and then like everything else and how it turns into what Godzilla is. And incredible. Like they did such a great job, and I felt like nervous. Like I'm like watching it, his roar's intimidating, he looks intimidating. I'm like, oh my god, like I can feel, like I feel for the characters. Like imagine just this towering lizard over you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna die. So they did a great job with that. We got Phantom. I'm watching this show called Evil. It's good. It has a character who played Luke Cage on Netflix. Okay. Got to check that out too.
Yeah, I think he's like a cop in that, a detective in that show.
There's so much. There's a show that's on Netflix now that the Doctor Strange actor is in now, and he's like a puppeteer, and like he's like losing his mind.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, that name.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. So he's in it, and he's like losing his mind, and he has a bunch of like puppets, and that's like, I don't know.
Whatever. Oh, he talks to the puppets.
Yeah, and like there's like it's like Muppets, like.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So
you gotta watch it.
Is he confirmed with the DC universe? Because there is a character in the DC universe that Scarface. I'm kidding.
No, he can't be Scarface. He can't be Scarface. No, he wouldn't be Scarface. That would be Kevin Hart as Scarface.
Oh, the voice of Scarface. I like that. Oh, that is good. That's a good casting. Yeah.
It'd be fun. I don't know. We'll think about it. Guys, keep commenting about who you want to see Kevin Hart play. But we're here. We're here to the point of our video, why you actually came to this. And it was Venom: The Last Dance trailer. It's out. Guys, the trailer's out. If you haven't watched it, shame on you. We're gonna go into it now, and that's on you. I can't save you from it. Venom horse. There's a Venom horse.
Oh.
How good was that? How good was that?
He looked huge, intimidating. The muscles on that freaking horse.
Yeah. No, it was
a stallion.
I'm glad they did that. It was really, really cool. How do you feel, Comic Talk?
I just watched a trailer today, right before coming on here. The trailer looked interesting. I really liked the first one. Did not like the second one. I really hope they tone down the jokes a little bit for the third one. I really hope it's more of a serious tone, Venom. But overall, I'm super excited for the for the movie. And I did like, how he just went to the horse and just became a Venom horse. That was just amazing. Hopefully we see, more of that in the movie. So hopefully he takes over other animals. That'll be super cool to see.
Yeah. No, I hope he uses his powers a little bit more. And I agree with you. I don't like how they necessarily set this up. I think they rushed a lot of things. Like Carnage was too quick. I didn't really. They didn't do that character justice. Great casting, great looking on screen, but they could have done so much more. If they
It was a
just
very
pushed the
short
rating a
film. It was
little
like an
further.
hour and 30.
Yeah, they rushed through that, and he could have been so much more. I feel like, but I do have my own theory of where this is going, being that this is the last dance and the last Venom movie. But anyways, we'll kind of get into that and what we think. But the next thing on the news on this one is Rise Enfaz. Enfaz? I don't know how to say his name. The guy that played the Lizard, Dr. Kurt Connors in the first. No, he was an Amazing Spider-Man.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he joins Venom: The Last Dance. So he's reprising his role from Amazing Spider-Man, probably. So if you,
That'd be cool.
it's like almost like a blink and you miss it type scene, but he's on the bus. He's like almost like on a little like hippie bus, and he's actually the guy with a beard playing guitar on the bus.
Oh, I saw him,
Yeah.
but I don't know if
Yeah.
he's actually reprising his role, or is he actually confirmed as Kirk Connors?
No, that's a question. I'm not sure if he is or not, but he could be. And that that leads me to what I think is my own theory on what this could be. So the next thing is in the trailer, you see a 10-year-old Peter Parker and Aunt May. Again, question. They focus, you see a 10-year-old and a woman, like a young kid and a woman. There was a rumor that there's a 10-year-old Peter Parker being introduced in this. I don't know if that's true. What I personally think, because it'd be too convoluted if you show another Peter Parker, what I think and what would be perfect for The Last Dance, and just to segue away from just Venom being his own movies, you introduce a 10-year-old Miles Morales. You make this Andrew Garfield's universe. Andrew Garfield is your Spider-Man. That makes sense to why the Lizard's in it.
Because he never died.
He never died. Right, exactly.
He
So
comes
now Andrew
back, he
Garfield's
becomes
here.
homeless. Oh, I like that.
So now Andrew Garfield ends up dying later on. He sacrifices himself. Maybe not in this movie, but maybe in another movie. Maybe in this movie. Null comes in another movie. This is Miles Morales' movie at this point. So now Null does arrive. This is where Miles gets his Carnage symbiote.
Like the comics.
And that's where this is moving. So I think it's moving away from Venom having his own movie to now this is your segue to Miles and getting Amazing Spider-Man back. Getting Andrew Garfield, who I'm not coming back for another Spider-Man movie. Andrew Garfield is coming back for another Spider-Man movie. It would just make sense. And I still think we were going to get a Peter Parker. Not Peter Parker. What was our original Peter Parker? I don't even remember his name now. It's terrible.
Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey
Yes.
Maguire. The GOAT.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, the GOAT. So that's my own theory on what I think.
I like that theory a lot.
Just because now you're seeing, so another thing that we see in the Venom trailer is we see the xenophaage. I don't know how to say it, and I'm gonna get hated on in the chat. But it's the like crazy symbiote looking creatures. They look like a, I don't even know what to call, but they were like crazy looking. They were chasing him. They're coming from his planet. He mentions in the trailer that they found him. They're coming from Venom's planet. So again, could be leading to eventually, hey, Null is eventually coming, because I don't think we're gonna get Null in this. I don't think it's I hope we don't get Null. That would be way too short of a movie.
I would,
Null
it would be
character.
too short, but I think we could see him, like, let's say, if that were to happen, you see Null at the end of the movie, like, I'm here and whatnot. That'd be
Yeah.
nice because because somebody's mentioned that the title of this movie, the color schemes are very similar to Null's color schemes.
That's a good point. I think we're gonna get like a Thanos type Null scene. Like maybe at the end, he fights everyone, everything's over. Null's just sitting like or riding his dragon or something, and he's just like, "I'm coming. Like this is not over."
Well, he has
And
a
then,
throne too.
yeah. So you give him a throne, and we call it a day, and we watch him just be Null, and that would be incredible. That would be a great way to end it, and then giving Miles that as a villain, and then
That would be
eventually getting us
amazing.
that Venom in that, would be awesome, and Sony would actually be worth watching. At that point,
We just fixed your Venom universe, Sony. Pay us now.
that's what I'm hoping. And Phantom actually mentions in the chat, what about Mordo? So the Mordo actor was actually in this too, and that's a good point. So in this, he's like an army guy, but he's not necessarily Mordo, which again convolutes everything and throws off kind of how this works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's in the MCU or in the Sonyverse. I read a theory.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say? Maybe Jose, maybe you're on this.
Well, I saw that, and I heard some of the theories that were going around saying that maybe that's a different character, is a variant. He isn't. He doesn't have sorcery in this universe, and even though that bar is quote unquote on in the same, it's like a variant bar. Same person works there, same bartender. That symbiote that leaves in the MCU is still in the MCU, but this one so happens to leave too out of the Venom, out of Eddie Brock. I don't know. Maybe there's two Venoms that are going to be out there that are different, and maybe this Venom might die. I don't know. And this is a different baby, so maybe this Spider-Man is going to get this symbiote later on in this universe, quote unquote. Or maybe he is Mordor, but took spinned it around and now is taking over. I don't know.
Could be Mordo and just like, hey, I'm working for the government now or something like that in disguise, right? Could be him. I always thought. Oh, what was that comic talk? Go for it.
Oh, just Phantom said. I did realize this too. Like, is this in the MCU or is this in its own universe? Because remember in the end credits of Spider-Man No Way Home, Venom's in Mexico, and then in the trailer, that's where they grab like a Venom sample in Mexico, and that's in the MCU. So is this taking place in the MCU, or are they traveling through dimensions? Like, I don't know where this takes place.
So I always thought that they were leaving that symbiote in the MCU, like that piece, just to set up another Venom for the MCU, like another Venom character. So I figured that eventually that would get to Flash Thompson, and that would set up your Agent Venom. I figured, I figured that's what they were doing, which it could be because now the military is in control of that piece, which actually this lines up perfectly for that. Thinking about it. But the confusing part is it was left in the MCU and he transported back to the Sonyverse, which looks like that's where he is. He's in the Sonyverse. What I read, one of the theories I read was that the government found this piece of the symbiote, and with that, they found a way to travel the multiverse because this piece of symbiote can speak to the other piece of symbiote in the Sonyverse. So with that, Mordo, quote unquote, is traveling from the MCU to the Sonyverse, and that's what's connecting the two.
Because we're getting a lot of movies like with the Marvels travel to the X-Men universe. With what's it called? No Way Home traveled to the Sonyverse with the other Spider-Mans. Now Multiverse of Madness, and then now we're with this. So this might be like building up to something as well. Maybe Venom might come back in another capacity, which I think that'll be pretty cool. But I think they're setting up like all this multiverse stuff because a lot of these last Marvel movies, they've been going to like other universes. So I think that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, the Tom Hardy Venom, I feel like doesn't really fit into the MCU personally. I like him as Venom. I just feel like he's too much of a developed character to just throw at Tom Holland. Like it wouldn't make sense. But to throw him at an Andrew Garfield, perfect. Like a match made in heaven. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. It's coming soon though, so I'm excited. That is a movie I'm excited for. Unlike the other Sony movie, Craven.
I forgot
that
about
coming
that
out?
one. You just
I totally
reminded
forgot
me.
Shit.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
End of the year, Craven. End of the year. It's coming. We're moving into our last segment, guys. Rumors, baby. So Poison Ivy's current run may be ending with issue 24 with Poison Ivy's death. So they might finally kill her off on this. But that's fine because she'll just come back because she's a plant and just that's all that happens, right?
Just replant her.
That's Kyle's note. Kyle cares about Poison Ivy. He's a big Poison Ivy fan, so completely understand. Sony is considering leaving Marvel out of the business and making their own Spider-Man multiverse films with Tom Holland. No, they're not.
That's a big mistake, and I don't believe in that.
Yeah, no, they're not. I mean, if they are, I hope they're doing what I'm telling them to do, and they're not doing it with Tom Holland, because if you're going to merge the whole two, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work right.
Feels, a lot convoluted.
Yeah. Leave Tom Holland in the MCU and just do your own thing if you want to leave him out in the dust, But
yeah, make a new Spider-Man.
Don't convolute it. Yeah,
Miles Morales.
Exactly.
Get Miles Morales if you want to do that.
He's untapped. Bring him out. Bring him off. He's waiting. He's waiting for his chance.
Bring him out.
Jordan Peele met with Marvel Studios recently to discuss one of their upcoming films, Midnight Suns.
I was literally thinking that too. Yeah, Midnight Suns.
Yeah. Jordan Peele needs that. Like he needs something. Even Blade would be incredible.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I'm still waiting. We're still waiting for that. Ever since it got announced, 3-4 years ago? We only got one teaser. We got one teaser, which was in Eternals. Wait, was it Eternals? Eternals?
Yeah, Eternals,
Yeah. People are worried that we're gonna lose the actor for Blade, Marshall Ali.
Yeah.
He might. We might lose him. But I don't think so. I feel like, why would like he's got time. But it's mostly because he's got other projects he's working on that he just had to commit to. So, he might have to move away from it because of timing. But if he hears Jordan Peele's on it, I doubt he's gonna want to hop off of it. But I think that's been like the whole thing. They've been like rewriting it, trying to figure it out. I think the MCU is it's a 10-year plan that's constantly moving around and moving pieces, and they've had to probably adapt what they were doing because of people hating a lot of the things that were coming out. They were rushing things out and putting out things that no one really cared about. So I don't know, but we'll see. Deadpool and Wolverine's Sean Levy is reportedly in talks to direct Avengers 5. Avengers 5 will feature more than 60 characters, and they're going to be focusing on having every character involved.
Gosh.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine is really going to be amazing, and the fact that Sean Levy is up for this is because of how amazing this movie is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I think the MCU, yeah, I'm scared too, because that is you go ahead.
60 characters is a lot.
I mean, yeah, you're talking about 60 characters. You can't even properly do it in an animated format. And DC alone, Marvel hasn't done that in like years. I mean, now they're doing it, but I don't know. I mean, what they have, right, with What If? But even then, like season 2 was kind of. I never even got to finish season 2. But again, 60 characters, and it can't be for one director. It has to be multiple directors within that movie. Not Russo brothers, but not that I didn't love Russo brothers directing it, but yeah,
it's a lot to take on. Yeah.
That is,
60
characters. I think if they do that, I think that's where they should end the MCU. Because I think that should have ended after Endgame, but just like a soft reboot at least, because I think the way the direction's going, the way the MCU's going, I think it's you can't just go on forever. I think you need to at least restart it, do something new. But that's just my opinion. I think if they're gonna do that, I think that's like a good maybe stopping point, end on a high note, if you will, if it does succeed. But again, I do love the MCU. I'm not saying I hate the MCU. I've loved the MCU for I don't know how many years it's been since it started, but I think it needs to end eventually. So I think go out with a bang. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's. I don't think I want it to go out at all. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end ever.
Yeah, you got the Young Avengers coming in,
Yeah,
that's
don't
true.
end it ever. Keep it going.
It's still going forever.
End it already. Forever, ever, forever, ever, ever. Yes. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm excited.
Rick and Morty.
I want to see more.
It's like that Rick and Morty forever. Forever. We're going forever, Rick. I mean, Morty.
Forever. Oh, geez, Rick.
That was actually pretty
good. Jose, and Comic Talk, tell us, remind our viewers where they can follow you both.
Wait. Before we do that, there's a rumor that just came out, and I wanted to wait until the end because this is a big rumor. And it's not even a rumor because it got confirmed, actually. Lanterns is eyeing to shoot for Q1 of 2025 in the UK. They are looking for a 43 to 49-year-old Hal Jordan and a 27 to 35-year-old John Stewart.
Thank God.
We're finally getting Lanterns, boys. After that,
I'm so happy about this.
I'm super excited for that.
Big news.
It's been years since that came out of like getting the Lanterns movie.
Yeah. What this means to me is that we're going to get John Stewart as your main Lantern. And hopefully, it's been something I've wanted for a while, but to make Hal Jordan lose his mind and make him evil.
Parallax, yes.
That's it. We need it. He's such a good villain for him to start off with. So, or not even start off with. Maybe you segue to it, but still, like it's a show, so you have time. Make it the end of it, right? So, yeah. No, that's awesome. Great news. I'm glad that you threw that in there. So that being said, that's our show, guys. Remind our viewers where they can follow you both. We'll start with Comic Mythos.
Geek Mythos.
Wait,
Yes.
Geek Mythos. Oh my god, I'm combining. It's off the screen. It's off the screen. Oh
No,
my god.
you're okay. Don't worry.
Geek Mythos.
Yeah,
It got pulled off the screen, so it threw me off.
You're good. You're good. You're good. We do a lot of superheroes mental health talk. We've done videos with animated shows, just like Young Justice, Teen Titans. We haven't done yet with the Batman. Oh no, wait, we did do the Batman movie, Phantom. Oh my God, it's leaving me. What's it called? Phantom, the movie,
The Phantom
the
Menace.
animated.
No,
Phantom Menace.
no,
Oh my God,
no, no,
yes.
no, no,
Wow.
no, no. The Mask of the Phantasm. Sorry.
Mask of the Phantasm. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
Sorry about that.
No, it's me. Come on. And we also just started to really focus on gaming and streaming and stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave that a little to the side. We're gonna do more of the comic book talk because I really do feel like mental health within comics is so strong and like powerful and like also just like it needs a little bit of a boost for people in order to bring them in, but also like, hey, did you forget about this episode or comic that was that can resonate with you and maybe you can learn something from it? Maybe you're going through this. Maybe you've seen your friends go through this. Your mom, your dad about depression and alcoholism or PTSD. There's a lot of characters that have that and are written so well. So we do that in our space on YouTube. So follow us at Geek Mythos on YouTube, TikTok, and we got to start doing the podcast again because I haven't done that in a year.
There you
And
go.
we're definitely gonna invite
You're always welcome to come on. So if you ever want to come on the show, we can always have you on here.
of course.
I'm glad you're part of our community. And Comic Talk, tell us where we can follow you and tell us more about your little thing going on, man.
Right now, I'm just doing. I've been doing podcasts with all sorts of different people. I just did one with Jeremiah from the Panaloids. Right now, I'm doing one with putting out one with Casualty from TikTok. So I'm just doing little clips of the podcast I've been doing on TikTok, Instagram at talk.comic, or full videos on Comic Talk on YouTube. So basically talking about geek movies, comic book movies, anything geek, nerdy, talking about all sorts of stuff like that on TikTok, Instagram at talk.comic.
That's our show, guys. I appreciate you both coming. Thank you to both of our surprise guests. So I hope everyone enjoyed our surprise guests. I think we had a big crew here actually watching the whole time. So appreciate everyone here. So thank you for backing me up here because yeah, I was on my own this week. Next week it will be Jeremiah and I with another special guest, John. So he's our Discord daddy, we call, and he's subbing in for Kyle. And speaking of our Discord, go join our Discord, guys. If you need a community to be a part of, our community is thriving. We're a bunch of cool guys. Everyone's sharing their tattoos. It's been awesome, honestly, following everyone. They're sharing their tattoos, books that they're picking up, video games we're talking about. I mean, it's been great. And we've made friends. I mean, Jose's here. We got Comic Talk here. I mean, so I'm glad that we're able to do this. So we'll be here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. With that, Kyle, end the live, bud. Appreciate you.